Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever AEW preview and predictions. We will be predicting Double or Nothing on today's show. I'm pretty stoked about it. I can't wait for Saturday so that we can live react to this show. We've got 9 matches, 2 of which will be on the pre-show. But regardless, I am still very excited for AEW as a company, as a promotion, getting started here. John, how are you feeling?
Brother, AEW is in a very interesting place with Double or Nothing on the horizon. There's been a lot of talk about it. Some of the talk is good. Some of the talk is not so good. I've got people with a lot of varying opinions. Me personally, I think new competition makes wrestling all around better. I think Matt Riddle had the right sentiment when he posted a picture of his own face looking shocked and just awed by just everything that was about to come. So, yeah, this is a very interesting time. Look, you've got New Japan having an expansion in the U.S. In fact, their first G1 show that they're going to do for the G1 Climax is going to take place in the U.S.
In Dallas, I think, right?
In Dallas, yeah. You've got AEW doing this. You've got WWE that, while they are the monopoly and the top dog, a lot is coming out about their structural issues right now, backstage. So I think personally, it is a perfect storm of just a lot coming together. And if you're a fan right now, it's a very interesting period, at least in my opinion, to say the least. And looking at this card, just judging by the talent on this card, some matches I'm definitely looking forward to. For example, the 21-person Casino Battle Royale. That has major implications. The winner of that goes on to face the winner of Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega in match 7 on this show, which also should be a pretty decent matchup. I mean, Jericho's more of a character worker at this stage of his career. He'll do a lot of heelish tactics. And Kenny, I mean, he's known as the 5-star match machine, even though I think Ishii is worthy of that distinction. He's still a great freaking worker in ring, so it should be an entertaining matchup. The women's match I'm looking forward to. A lot of Joshi talent there, including one that I know a lot of people seem to be excited about, and I think it's Hikaru Shida is the one that everybody is really stoked on, I think. I could be wrong about that, though. So I'm excited to see her. Young Bucks versus Lucha Bros for the AAA tag titles. It's been a minute since we've seen the Bucks, so I think, I'm ready to see them again. I feel like, I'm not oversaturated with them. I think we had a long enough break. Cody versus Dustin, probably the weakest match on this card, to be honest. And yeah, everything else in between just looks good to me. So let's get into this.
All right, awesome. Yeah, I'm really excited about a lot of matches on this card. I actually the main show. I kind of arranged it in order of excitement for myself personally. So there is definitely a touch of personal bias there. Although I do feel like the last 3 matches that we're going to talk about will be the last 3 matches on the actual card. So at the very least, those final 3 matches are probably in proper order. But before we get to the main card, let's talk about the pre-show. We've got 2 matches lined up for this pre-show, a singles match and the big 21-person Casino Battle Royale. And the only reason that I say 21-person is because I'm hearing rumors that Jordan Grace might be in it. But on Wikipedia, it still says 21-man Casino Battle Royale. But I made it 21-person just in case we get a Jordan Grace or, someone along those lines. That being said, though, I think we would all agree that the less important of the 2 pre-show matches is the singles match, since it doesn't have world title implications immediately. Sammy Guevara taking on Kip Sabian. I'm not as familiar with Kip Sabian, but I think you and I are both familiar with Sammy G, and because of that, I am picking Sammy G to win here.
I will agree with you there. I'm going to go with Sammy Guevara to win, purely based on familiarity.
Okay, well, I guess that's simple enough. Let's move on to... This was going to be the one that's going to require a lot more discussion anyway. The 21-person casino Battle Royale. Do you want me to know everyone that's in this so far? Because there are 4 spots yet to be determined, but we've got 17 competitors already.
Okay, let's do it.
Sonny Kiss, who you might know as XO-licious.
Okay.
Brandon Cutler. Ace Hikaru. Glacier. Brian Pillman Jr., Sunny Days, MJF, Joey Janela, Dustin Thomas, Billy Gunn, Jimmy Havoc, Michael Nakazawa, Jungle Boy, I'm not sure how to pronounce this first name. I'm just going to assume it's Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Queen, Luchasaurus and the Perfect 10, Sean Spears.
Okay, Ashley, so here's how I'm kind of looking at this. Because battle royals are very interesting, especially because there are 4 spots yet to be determined. So I am going to do something here. I am going to pick from the currently established lot, but then I'm also going to make my ultimate pick where I'm backing all my chips on one of the spots that hasn't really been claimed yet. So from the lot that we know about, I would say the strongest candidate in there is MJF. Because I think he's a great deal.
Yeah.
A lot of upside.
He really stands out in this group to me.
Honestly, dude, look, I'm going to be truthful because you said, like, this requires a lot more discussion, so let's have a discussion. Like, when I knew that MJF was a part of this, I instantly saw, like, one of the heel faces of the company that, like, you build the brand around, personally. I don't know if they're going to do that immediately. They may want, like, veteran talent to kind of come in first and do whatever, and then you kind of transition to, like, this newer guard that you associate more with AEW. I don't know what their scheme is, so I can't speak for that. But from that lot, immediately I go Maxwell Jacob Friedman to win this. That said,
the only 2 other people that are in the match already that I could possibly see winning are Joey Janela and Jimmy Havoc. Those are the only 2 other possibilities in my mind.
Yeah.
But I am going all in. I am picking MJF, even regardless of the 4 TBAs, unless like one of them's fucking Moxley. But even then, I would still pick MJF, I think.
And see, that's my thing. I do think one of the question marks is going to be Moxley, and ultimately I'm going to pick him to win the Battle Royal. So, like, MJF is just like my second tier kind of pick, but my ultimate pick, of which I'm putting a lot of confidence, is Moxley. That teaser video garnered a lot of fucking attention. I think they're going to want to put him in a big spot right away as like a fuck you to WWE for kind of like wasting him in like pointless matches lower on the card. And we got to remember that the winner of this goes to a world title match. Is that going to happen on the same show, by the way?
No.
Or is that going to happen in a different show?
It's at a future show.
It's at a future show. Okay. So future show, you get to build it up. I think for a company to really establish itself, MJF should win. I mean, I like Moxley, and I'm happy for him. I don't know if it would be smart to have him win, though. That's the other side of the coin. We're making predictions. We're not necessarily analyzing like what they should do. I think what they should do is have MJF win. I think that's the bold choice because, again, he's younger. He's got, the social media presence, which whether you and I like it or not, social media matters today and how wrestling is structured and portrayed and everything else a lot. And he's got his finger on the pulse of how it works. That Rosie O'Donnell bit that he did was fucking genius. That's a great quality heel that you want to get behind. So MJF should win, but I think Moxley is going to win, and I can't right now say whether that's a smart move or not. I personally don't think it is because I think the WWE stink still on him. Like he just came off of it to me. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm pulling for MJF though. Should be a fun battle royal. And if Jordynne Grace is in it, I honestly think it'd be cool if she won too. I mean, imagine because I know Lucha Underground already kind of set the standard with like Sexy Star and Memorial, like stuff like that. But you've got a billionaire, you're doing the TNT deal. Imagine the platform and the audience you could reach if one of your first big world title matches was an intergender match with somebody as fucking legit as Jordynne Grace.
Yes.
Dude, like I'm just putting that out there, man. Like I'm just putting that out there. I think she's a beast. Big Mama Pump, indeed. I think it'd be. Thick Mama Pump. Excuse me. But I think, dude, it would be freaking legit. I mean, just imagine this scenario. Even though we got to get to this match later, and I'm not officially locking this in, but imagine if for the AEW World Title we just had Jordynne Grace just manhandling and mauling fucking Chris Jericho.
That's what I was gonna say. Because like everyone's saying, like, oh, Kenny's gonna win. Whoever wins the Battle Royal is just gonna get one winged angel in the end. But I really like. We'll get to it later, and we'll explain our thinking. But I'm not even entirely sure that Kenny's beating Jericho. So it would be really interesting if they would go with a match like that, like a Jordynne Grace versus Chris Jericho for the world title, because Jericho is like the most well-known name in the company. And if you wanted to make a star immediately, imagine Jordynne fucking Grace, this awesome, legit woman who moves in a way that makes you forget that she's a woman wrestler, who moves.
Yes.
Holy shit, she can go with the guys. And having her go one-on-one with the biggest name in your company, Jericho, like that'd be incredible.
And say what you will about Jericho. I know I certainly have. But he is a great heel character, and I know he'd sell for her and bump his ass for her.
And I also feel like everything that she does is like all the shit that she does that's really cool about her, Kenny does better. Like Kenny is this like super freaky athlete who's hyper ridiculously strong for someone who's like Kenny is. I feel like Kenny being in the same match as her would make her look less impressive. Whereas if you put her with Jericho would get her over the right way. Whereas I don't think Kenny would.
Yeah, here's the thing. If Jericho wins the Omega Jericho matchup, I would like Jordynne Grace to win the Battle Royal, but I would definitely be confident about, Moxley winning. In fact, I do think the winner of the Battle Royal will kind of give away who wins Omega Jericho.
That's a good point too. So
yeah.
we will have an idea after even just the pre-show who we're really going to get behind as far as who's going to win between Kenny and Jericho.
But if Omega wins, you need to, and I may get some flag for saying this because I know like Kenny still has like a lot of fanfare and stuff like that. To me, you need to have MJF win the Battle Royal, and then you need to have him go all the way and beat fucking Kenny Omega.
Yeah, that's the thing. If MJF wins the Battle Royal, it's gonna be Kenny, but MJF needs to beat him.
Yes. I want this company.
Even if it means like all kinds of shenanigans and a ref bump and cheating and all that shit, that's how MJF wins. Like that makes sense. That's fine. MJF needs to win at any cost.
Yeah, like I gotta say this too, since we're already having this like discussion, because this isn't just about the Battle Royal. It's really about what AEW is going to do going forward with their world title.
Yeah.
I told you over Rocket League, which probably would have made a good Twitch stream, to be honest, but we're kind of talking about like just the outside conversation about AEW. And I told you what I'm really looking for me personally as a fan, because I saw it in Impact and you see it in a lot of startups. The guys that like are both in the business in the ring, but also have like a controlling stake, outside of it. And like they run the company like Jericho TNA, they always are marks for themselves and they put the strap on themselves. I don't want Kenny or Cody or any of them to do that, at least not without a proper arc first and going through it. Like, I'm not saying you can't make Kenny AEW world champion. I'm saying have the courage to not give it to him right off the bat and make him, even though as good as he is in the ring, a baby face that struggles, because how fucking legit is that going to make MJF look? I'm not saying you can't have Jericho as a heel champion, but like, have him.
I agree with Cliff. Cliff just gave us a $2 super chat. MJF and Adam Page should be their two big rising stars. I completely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Completely agree with that, Cliff. Completely agree with that.
MJF and Hangman Page should basically be AEW's equivalent to like John Cena and Randy Orton in like 2003. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you said something at Money in the Bank that I haven't let go of, and it really resonated with me, and I think it's relevant to bring up here.
Before you say it, $2 super chat again from Cliff. Don't book the company around the Elite completely. And again, we do agree with that. Yeah.
Completely agree. What you said, and again, it resonated with me, and I think it's very relevant here, because we both hated the fucking Brock finish. You said that it was because, they saw ratings were dropping and like all this other stuff, and it was a ratings pop because they feel like Brock pops ratings, rather than weathering the storm, trusting their talent, building stories around them, and letting them become the stars for the company so that you don't always have to bring in those guys for pops. I want AEW to learn from that. Trust in these fresher faces. Give them the reins. Build it. Use Kenny and Cody, not necessarily like, again, I'm not saying they can't be champions, and Jericho too, but long term, use them as legitimizers for the next generation, because that's what fans are always looking for. Like, I want them to be able to have confidence in the talent that doesn't have the social capital of an Omega or a Jericho, because if you invest in them and you're patient with them and they deliver, because, the talent does have to deliver.
Yeah.
They'll get that capital too. They'll get there. You've just got to trust that they'll get there. And that's the big problem with the WWE product, again, per your soundbite. They don't trust that Ali can get there. They don't trust that Andrade can get there. So they trudge out Brock Lesnar. AEW cannot, if it has any hope, 5-10 years down the road of even like being that competitor or being that true alternative in America. And I don't know where New Japan's going to be by then. They cannot make the same mistake. So have MJF, if he wins, run the gamut and just take the whole fucking thing. And again, I think Jordynne Grace would be a fascinating idea. So yeah, this Battle Royal, I mean, at first I'm just like, oh yeah, cool Battle Royal. But when you and I really unpack the possibilities, there is so much that's different and just radical that they can do here that I think is a lot of promise. But I think I'll, again, lock in MJF and Moxley as like my two top tier picks to win the Battle Royal.
I do want to say, we have 4 spots available, assuming you and I agree that Jordan Grace and Moxley will be the, 2 of the spots, which I don't think Moxley is going to be in it. I think Moxley is actually going to be Hangman Page's opponent, which we don't actually have that listed as a match, but I'm assuming they will have a match for Page, given Pac dropped out and they said that his match will be better now, that Hangman Page is going to do a better match now. I'm assuming they're going to have an opponent for him. I think that's going to be where Moxley shows up. But I do think Jordan Grace is going to be in the Battle Royal. But the question then is, who are the other 2 or 3 people in the Battle Royal? And I have an interesting name that I brought up to you that I want to bring up now and see how people react in chat. And that is Kenta.
Dude. Fuck. Because you know what a huge fucking Kenta fan I am.
Yeah. I mean, they've been bringing in guys from Japan, like fucking Team Strong Hearts. Shima, T-Hawk, and El Lindaman are going to be taking on SoCal Uncensored, and that's our first match that we're going to be talking about on the main show. That's a group of guys from, I believe, Dragon Gate. It might be Noah. I think it's Dragon Gate, though. Yeah, it is. It's Dragon Gate. That's a Dragon Gate group.
Oh, dude. See, I go on this whole thing, trying to be rational and reasonable and looking out for the welfare of the company, but the fan in me, man, just sometimes doesn't give a fuck. If Kent is in that Battle Royal, I'd want him to win. But he's an older guy and he shouldn't. Like MJF should win. I'm just such a huge Kenta fan. If he's in that Battle Royal, I will fucking pop. I want to see him take somebody's head.
And that also kind of makes me wonder if they're going to get anyone from Noah, because they now that I'm looking at it, all the Japanese stars that they have are, I don't see a single one from Pro Wrestling Noah. So maybe that's not realistic. But I was going to say maybe Marafuji, but that doesn't seem realistic at all.
Dude, Nakajima. I want more Nakajima in my life. Oh,
yeah, we don't get nearly enough Nakajima.
No, we do not. No, we do not.
But it seems very unlikely. So I'm not even going to really commit to that idea. But I am curious if there's any other names that you think they might consider.
Man. If Harper was in a better place, probably him. But I know he can't even right now because his contract's on a freeze. Sasha the same way. I don't even know what's going on with her, but I don't even know. I'm trying to think who's free and who's making a buzz in the wrestling world. Not Enzo and Cass. Are they even still with Ring of Honor? I don't even know what's going on.
I have no clue what happened there.
Yeah. I don't know, because I really, that there's so much I don't know about the wrestling landscape currently. But I would hope whoever fills in, those spots.
I mean, if we're going to have women, I would absolutely love to see either Priscilla Kelly or Santana Garrett.
Yeah, you know what, dude? You mentioned Priscilla Kelly. I'll go in on that, actually. I could see her taking one of those spots. Again, if they're being women inclusive. I think she'd be great because...
apparently Johnny Impact has recently been on an episode of...
Being the Elite.
Road to Double or Nothing, or Being the Elite, or if those are the same thing, I don't know.
But I think he's still with Impact Wrestling, though. So, I
don't know how that would work. I mean, Impact does allow their performers to work with AAA. So I don't know. I don't
even know how I feel about. I mean, that's a separate commentary, but I don't even know how I feel about Impact getting close to any new startup. I get maybe that they all want to band together because WWE is so massive. Yeah. But I just don't trust it because you also risk cannibalism. I thought we were a united front. Fuck you. I'm taking these talents. But yeah, I mean, if Impact's in it, I mean, look, Johnny, he's one of the most credible fucking competitors in there. Would I want him to win it? And this is coming as a Johnny Minoru. As a fan, I'd fucking pop, but I don't know. To pad out a Battle Royal, though, it's not a bad idea, especially because with this parkour stuff, you could have those crazy safe spots like a la Kofi and, do stuff like that. So that could definitely, heighten the Battle Royal some. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, I think we've had enough discussion about the Battle Royal. We're kind of starting to bleed it dry. Let's move on. Let's talk about the first match of the main card, which is SoCal Uncensored versus Strong Hearts. Again, you know who SoCal Uncensored is, but just to go over it, it's Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky. I already said who Strong Hearts were. It's Shima, T-Hawk, and El Lindaman. So we're not as familiar as Team Strong Hearts, but I've heard that they are almost God, what did we hear? We listened to a podcast the other day, and they said Strong Hearts were the OWE version of not the Young Bucks. They might have even said that they were the OWE version of SoCal Uncensored. I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't remember either, man. I'm kind of drawing a blank there. But you know what? Normally, I'd kind of predict unfamiliarity, and I am more familiar with SoCal Uncensored, but I'm going to go with Strong Hearts for the win. I don't know. Just something's telling me.
I hope you're right, but I don't know. I just get this weird feeling that SoCal Uncensored are going to win and end up challenging for the AAA tag titles at some point.
You're probably right, but I don't know. I'm still going to go with Strong Hearts and just hope for the best.
Well, like I said, I hope you're right. I would rather you be right than me in this case, but I am going to pick SoCal Uncensored. Let's move on to match 2. We've got Aja Kong, Yuka Sakazaki, and Emi Sakura versus Hikaru Shida, Riho Abe, and Ryo Mizunami.
I'm going to go with the team with Hikaru Shida on it because, again,
okay.
I've been hearing.
And
like,
another
really
match that we disagree on because I'm picking every time I will pick Aja Kong. I'm going with Aja Kong, Yuka Sakazaki, and Emi Sakura.
All right. Well, there we go. Match 3. What do we got here? We got Britt Baker.
Our women's triple threat match. Britt Baker versus Nyla Rose versus Kylie Ray.
I know
who I'm picking here, so I'll just come out and say I'm picking Kylie Ray to win. I think Kylie's got this. All
right. I'll just go with you because I'm really not intimately familiar with any of these women. Like, and I hate to say this, I know Britt Baker's like a dentist and she dates Adam Cole, but I've never seen her in the ring.
Okay, so Britt, that's Britt Baker. Nyla Rose is like a powerful, like monster heel, and I believe the first trans woman to wrestle in like a mainstream promotion that I know of.
Oh, that's cool.
Kylie Ray is like Bailey Jace, like she's like a super adorable. Like she used to literally wear like Pikachu on her chest as her ring gear. So like,
oh, that's just precious.
Yeah, as well. That's a big reason why I'm picking her. I think they're going to want her to be like the face of the division. So,
yeah. All right. Sounds good. I guess I'll go with Kylie Ray as well. Then I'll just go with you on this.
All right. Then let's get to the 4th match on the main card, and this is probably low key the match that I'm looking the most forward to, other than the AAA tag title match on the entire show. We've got the best friends. Chucky T and Greg and fucking Trent taking on Los Gueros del Cielo, Jack Evans and Angelico.
Well, I'm definitely going with those guys. Fuck.
I know, dude. I can't fucking wait.
I mean, that was easy. I mean, I'll probably be wrong, but like that team's insane.
I love them so much, and I'm so excited to finally see Angelico again. Oh.
Yeah, I just really can't pick against Angelico and Jack Evans. I'm sorry. Like, even if I'm wrong, I would just feel worse having not picked these guys than being like, oh, this is why the best friends are going to win. Like, nah, fuck that.
No, yeah, like this is the hill worth dying on, damn it.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're absolutely right about that. You're absolutely 2,000% right on that. Angelico and Jack Evans. I am so excited to see these guys together again. That's so cool. Yes. So yeah, definitely go with them all day, every day.
Hell yeah. Awesome. So then we do get to the AAA tag title match. And this, again, like, this is number 1. Best Friend versus Los Gueros del Cielo is probably number 2 as far as matches that I'm looking most forward to. Young Bucks versus Lucha Bros. Holy shit.
I'm just going to make this short, sweet, and to the point. I'm hoping Lucha Bros win this because, like, I really like Phoenix. And again, much like the Young Bucks, I think I've taken enough of a break of Pentagon that, like, I can enjoy him again. And Young Bucks, I feel like, again, I'll probably enjoy them initially, but the shtick will probably get a little tired for me after a while. So I'm kind of hoping they get package pile drivered into the ground or Fire Thunder driver, if you prefer. And yeah, Lucha Bros to regain
Black Thunder drivered.
Yes. Yeah. Do that to Matt Jackson's back and may him permanently wear a brace. But yeah, I'm hoping that they get devastated and that their children cry in front row. So yeah, let's go Lucha Bros.
The only way that I'll be okay with the Young Bucks winning here is if they do it in an like explicitly heelish way.
Yes.
But I am picking Lucha Bros to win as well.
Yeah, dude, I freaking hope so, man. I mean, Jesus, like, because like I actually want to look up. I don't want to eat up any time unnecessarily on this recording because I know we got BOSJ to get to. But like, I want to look up how many tag titles just all together from all different promotions the Young Bucks have won because
God, too fucking many. That's how many.
yeah, and that's precisely my fucking point. Like, remember when they used to say about the Dudleys, like, 12-time or 13-time tag champion, and that always sounded like so impressive. The Young Bucks were like, yeah, you think you're hot shit, don't you? Let's see. I'm just gonna focus strictly on like main promotions. So starting with I guess Dragon Gate, one time with Dragon Gate. New Japan, they were junior heavyweight tag champions 7 times. Never openweight 6-man tag champions 3 times. Heavyweight tag champions only 1 time. That actually kind of surprised me. Let's see, a Pro Wrestling Guerrilla 4 times. Let's see, Ring of Honor 1 time. Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions 3 times. So yeah, they are a decorated fucking tag team, to say the least. Enough. All right, let the Lucha Bros get their titles back. Let's get this show on the fucking road. So yeah, Lucha Bros all the way, all the freaking way.
All right, awesome.
What's our next matchup, partner?
We've got Cody versus Dustin. The Rhodes Bros clash.
Is there a story behind this, or is this just because, like...
there's a rumor that it might be Dustin's retirement match, but I don't think that's been confirmed either, so I don't know if there is a story behind it.
I could believe it. He's old as fuck. So Cody for the win, and we send Dustin, on his...
See, and I think that Cody is going to be on his martyr shit, and he's going to, like, allow Dustin to go out with a win.
Oh, see, we're breaking conventions. You don't always have to go out on your back. Shut up, Cody. God.
I think it's more like Cody is going to be like just putting everyone over early on.
I mean, and that's not the worst thing, but you start with fucking Dustin. I mean, first of all, the nepotism. Second of all, the old. Third of all, what?
The old.
I don't know. I honestly, dude, like, I know I'm kind of being shitty right now, and I will own up to that, but that's really because genuinely I do not care about this match, like, at all.
That's why I put it here. I put it here as like the semi-main event because, most people realize that the semi-main event is really just like the fucking piss break match anyway. So,
I mean, and like Matt said, like Tana, they're fine. Hey, look, on that level, obviously respect, do what you're gonna do. But if you're putting it out for public consumption, I'm part of the public. I have the right to judge it. I don't care about this at all. Have your match, do whatever, and then let's move on to the next thing. I'll just go Cody with the win. It just, I don't know. It just seems pretty straightforward to me, but watch you be right. Watch you be right and freaking Dustin wins, and I don't know. It's whatever. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sentiment's exactly, yeah.
Yeah, but no, yeah, like we both agree that this is just the kind of match that, like, piss break. Like, that's how I feel about it. But anyway, let's get to our main event. Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega. Winner faces the winner of the 21-person Casino Battle Royale for the first ever, or to crown the first ever AEW World Heavyweight Champion.
Okay, this one I'll be a bit more thoughtful about because, again, whatever we predict, I just want to make everybody understand that it may be rendered completely meaningless depending on who wins the 21-person Casino Battle Royale. Like, because if a babyface wins that and we pegged Omega, I mean, just to me, I don't see that working out well for us. So just bearing that in mind and looking at this match in isolation, Jericho's such a great heel. Like, I think he should win this, honestly.
I'm picking Jericho to win. I don't care. Jericho should win because they're both old. And Kenny wins. He's going to win every other match. So just let Jericho have this so he can put over the future. Let someone who's under 30 win the Battle Royal and let them beat Jericho for the damn championship.
Can I just say, I know I should respond to your point more sustainably, but I loved your tone for that whole thing. Listen! You're both old. One of you is doing the damn job, and then the other one's putting over the young guy. Understand?
Yeah.
Shit. God
yeah.
Damn it.
Precisely.
Your best years are behind you. Deal with it.
Facts of life.
Oh my God. Okay.
Wow, I'm really surprised you didn't squeeze there.
I you know what? I think I'm saving it for something that'll probably happen on BOSJ today. Who even fucking knows? If MJF wins, Kenny, I think not only should, but obviously would win. And then we already said, I think a lot of the discussion that we could have had here, we already had during the Battle Royal segment. But I'm going to be the stickler that's like hemming and hawing about who to pick. And like, yeah, I know. Because like the wrestling world always makes such a big deal about Kenny, right? So like it almost seems like a foregone conclusion. You would want him on the marquee for your first world title match. But Jericho does have that legitimacy and credibility, and again, he's such a good heel. What do you want to do? So I'm actually going to throw in with you tentatively. This is the most tentative pick that I'm making. I really am only putting 10% confidence behind this, which I think a lot of people would even ask, well, why are you even doing it? I'll say Jericho for the win, but that's only because like I just have a feeling that Jericho's going to put over whoever wins the Battle Royal. So yeah, we'll go Jericho and we'll see what happens. But if Kenny fucking wins, I'm just going to shake my hand and be like, told myself twice. So that's it. Jericho for the win.
Oh man. Yeah. I'm really hoping Jericho wins because I just feel like you really want your first champion to win the title in a high profile match against the biggest name possible in my eyes. And Kenny is a big name among wrestling fans, but Jericho has crossover appeal. Jericho is a big name among wrestling fans and game show fans and music fans. And you know what I mean? Like Jericho is like a mainstream star almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And plus like, I'm not trying to say this like pejoratively or like caustically, but you think about people that are marks for like the Attitude Era and like the Ruthless Aggression Era. They see Jericho on the marquee and they're like, oh, he's in the world title. Like, I wonder what this company is about. And so it goes back to what you said, like about that crossover appeal, because it's not just crossing over into like different activities, but also like different generations, because he's just been around for so many. So yeah, I think.
Well, I guess you know what? If you really wanted to send the right message, you would have your first world title match be between two guys that are not former WWE guys. So that would almost make more sense for Kenny to win, and then like Kenny MJF would make the most sense. I don't know. Oh, I think I'm gonna switch. Fuck.
Kenny MJF would make the most sense. I just don't know if it's going to happen. That's just my concern. So
and it's a legitimate concern to have. I'm not trying to question that. I'm just saying, like, fuck. Maybe I'm letting what should happen get in the way of what I should expect, what I expect to happen. God damn it.
that is possible. Like I definitely don't blame you for that. Like I think that's pretty easy to do in this situation.
But we both picked MJF to win the Battle Royal, assuming like someone that's not in it yet doesn't win it. So Kenny would make sense.
Yeah.
I'm picking Kenny. God damn it. I hate it. I would really rather see Chris Jericho versus like a younger up and coming babyface, but I don't expect any younger up and coming babyfaces to win the Battle Royal. So, and didn't actually, now that I think about it, didn't Jordan Grace actually just put out a statement recently that she got locked down to TNA too?
Yeah, somebody did mention earlier in chat that she did sign a contract, so that's probably true.
Well, shit. So that the dream is over.
Yeah. As Jericho,
yeah, I'm gonna fuck it. Pull the Jericho prediction. I'm picking Kenny. God damn it.
Has Jericho ever beaten Omega? Anybody? Like, because I know he lost to Wrestle Kingdom to him. Like, has that ever happened? I'm just gonna wait for somebody to give me confirmation one way or the other. Oh yeah, Jackie. I am sorry you're late. It is great to see you, but you should know that I'm really excited to see Hikaru Shida in that 6-woman tag. Kid Cody, no, they only had the one match. You know what? Fuck it. Omega beat Jericho then. He'll probably beat him again now. I'll switch with you. You know what though? With me saying that, I do want to punctuate this by saying just explicitly on, in no uncertain terms, I do think the first AEW World Title match is going to be MJF versus Kenny Omega. So there we go.
Yep, I agree.
MJF better fucking win this. God damn it. And then if he doesn't, I'll tweet at him and be like, hey, you know what? I may be poor, but at least I didn't lose, Maxwell. All right.
Oh, the triangle snap.
Yeah, I ain't poor enough to do that, bitch.
Oh my God, how will he ever survive?
He won't. He'll lie that he did, but he won't. But yeah, MJF versus Omega World Title, MJF to win, hopefully. So that's it.
Right. Yep, that is it. That sure is. That's it. Okay. Well, I guess that's it for everything. Like that's actually like it. So yeah, that's the end of our AEW Double or Nothing preview and predictions. The first AEW video on this channel proper is now done and in the books after 35 minutes. How does that feel?
Feels pretty fucking great, like your face, friend.
Oh wow! How do you know what my face feels like, sir?
I know things.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
All right, are we ready to close out, or do you have anything else you want to say here?
No, I just want to thank everybody for coming out. And yeah, you guys are awesome, and we'll see you in literally like what 25 minutes because we're going live at 7 with BOSJ Day 8.
We're going live at 20. Yep, exactly. We're going live at 7 p.m. Eastern time with BOSJ Day 8 live reactions. It's all 10 matches, 5 from both cards, from both blocks.
Let's do it.
I thought you were gonna do the Bork screech.
I was, but it would have been so awkward for everyone, so I decided not to. Yeah. What was that now? Don't be starting shit with me when we have another recording to do almost immediately after this, sir. You behave yourself. All right. We'll see you guys soon. I'm going to hand it over to Ash to take us home.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you enjoyed our preview and predictions here. Let us know what you think is going to happen down in the comments section down below once this video finishes processing. If you did enjoy, please like this video and let us know. You can also subscribe to the channel if you're new. Click the bell icon to join the notification squad. Follow us on Twitter and Twitch. Like our Facebook page. Buy our merch on Teespring. Donate to the Patreon. And share this video and this channel with all your wrestling fan friends and let them in on the best kept secret in the YouTube wrestling community. We will see you all in just a few minutes, well, 25 almost, for our live reactions to BOSJ. Or if you're only here for AEW because it's new and fun, we'll see you Saturday for our live reactions to Double or Nothing. But regardless, all that we ask is that you remember to stay tuned.